The king of the north!
I am the dragon's daughter.
What right does the wolf judge the lion?
Hello, my sweet summer children. I'm back with some juice to get you through the long night. Throughout the books and in the show, we are introduced to various people that cause confusion. They drop a prophecy here and there, confuse things for us and the characters in the story, and never really answer any questions. Most, if not all, of the magical prophetic people in the story are tied to some religion. Bloodraven and the Ghost of High Heart, along with the Children of the Forest and their magic, is all tied to the Weirwoods, the old gods. The Faceless Guild, the ability to change faces and grant the gift of death, the Bravosi magic of the Faceless Men, is tied to the Many-Faced God. Even the Faith of Seven is in ways tied to the magic of the Citadel, though those ties are loose and secretive. Then we have the Red Priest and Quaithe, and they all seem to be tied to the Red God, the Lord of Light. There are many priestesses and priests, and this video is about them. We have Melisandre, Benerro, the Black Flame, Kinvara, Thoros of Myr, Quaithe, and the others that are seen in the show or talked about in the books. The Red God, or the Lord of Light, is a religion that is believed to originate in Essos. It's mostly prominent in Essos, probably even beneath the shadow of Ahai. I don't actually know what they do beneath the shadow of Ahai. Everything is sketchy beneath the shadow of Ahai. The Lord of Lights and his followers are sketchy weirdos, to say the least. But is any of this shit real, or are we looking at more blood magic and more bullshit? Followers of the Red God seem to have magical powers. We know the common rule throughout our story is only death pays for life. But we've seen Thoros of Myr and Melisandre bring people back from the dead, and they didn't kill anyone to do so. In the show, Kinvara and Melisandre both have this odd six-sided shape on their chokers and their clothes. And we see the Quaithe's mask is completely made up of this same six-sided shape. In the books, her mask is a wooden red lacquer mask. But the show may be giving us a bit of info by showing the similarities between these ladies and their accessories. There has been much speculation on Quaithe's true identity. Daenerys from the future, Sheer Seastar, Ashar Dane. But what if Quaithe isn't any of these people, and she is just simply Quaithe from the shadow, a servant of the Red God? First, let me tell you something about Quaithe. I don't think Quaithe is really helpful at all to Daenerys. She gives her riddles and rhymes and never actually helps her do shit or explains herself. Daenerys even tells her once, like, look, I don't have time for this today. All of her messages are cryptic, and that may be because she has a touch of the Melisandre syndrome. She can't really interpretate shit, so she just calls it how she sees it. Or does she? Daenerys first comes across Quaithe in Qarth. The first thing she says to Daenerys after she introduces herself is to beware. When Daenerys asks her of who, she says of all. You know, Quaithe, that really fucking narrows it down. No, but seriously. This is our first clue that she is a worshiper of the Lord of Light. She answers Daenerys with this. She doesn't just say of all. She says of all. They shall come day and night to see the wonder that has been born again into the world. And when they see, they shall lust. For dragons are fire made flesh, and fire is power. Right there, she acknowledges that fire is power. She believes that fire has some kind of power or significance. Most people who don't follow the Lord of Light think fire is fire, and fire just is. They don't hold it to any powerful significance. Daenerys' time spent in Qarth, she is being warned by Quaithe. You must leave this city soon, Daenerys Targaryen, or you would never be permitted to leave at all. Then she tells her this cryptic bomb. To go north, you must journey south. To reach west, you must go east. To go forward, you must go back. And to touch the light, you must pass beneath the shadow. She is telling Daenerys yet again another cryptic message. Basically that she needs to go to Ahai for the truth is what Daenerys thinks, but I don't think Daenerys knows what she's talking about. When Daenerys recalls Quaithe in her cryptic council, she doesn't know if she should consider her a friend or an enemy. In Dance of Dragons, Quaithe tells Daenerys something else. "No, hear me, Daenerys Targaryen. The glass candles are burning. Soon comes the pale mare, and after her, the others. Kraken and dark flame, lion and griffin, the sun's son and the mummer's dragon. Trust none of them. Remember the undying. Beware of the perfumed seneschal." She tells Daenerys the glass candles are burning. Glass candles are magical Valyrian obsidian candles that can communicate or see for miles. So if I have a glass candle, I can see you like FaceTime without your knowledge, kinda like hacking your webcam or something. I can like inception you. I can send you dreams. The pale mare is believed to be the disease, the pale mare, or the bloody flux that has made its way into the camp outside the walls of Meereen. The Kraken is Victarion Greyjoy, the Dark Flame is Morqorro, the Lion is Tyrion, the Griffin is Jon Cunnington, the Sun's Son is Quentin Martell, and the Mummer's Dragon is Aegon or Fagon. The perfume seneschal is Varys. Now, this is a straightforward and obvious prophecy. At first, almost too obvious. Or is it? But to go forward, we must go back to the first prophecy. "They shall come day and night to see the wonder that has been born again into the world. And when they see, they shall lust. For dragons are fire made flesh, and fire is power." The one thing all the people have in common that she was warned about is they all lust for dragons. Victarion has Dragonbinder and intends on marrying Daenerys. The Black Flame has been sent by Benerro to help guide Daenerys and her dragons to do the Lord of Light's work, which I don't really know why Quaithe would warn her against Morqorro if they're on the same team, but this is all allegedly. Tyrion has lusted for dragons since he was a child. Jon Cunnington is seeking Daenerys to help Aegon conquer the Seven Kingdoms. Quentin Martell has come for Daenerys' hand in marriage as well, and also dragons. He tried to ride them and is scorched by their flames. Aegon wants Daenerys' hand in marriage as well as her dragons. Varys has spent the last 16 years grooming Aegon for rule, and Daenerys and her dragons is either the solution or a problem. So you see, all of these people are seeking dragons or a dragon in one form or another. The go forward to go back prophecy is simply saying that she needs to go back to Vast Dothrak. When she was in Vast Dothrak is when she started to say she must not look back. If she looks back, she is lost. So she needs to stop saying, like, if I look back, I'm lost. She actually needs to go back. And I think that's what Quaithe is trying to tell her. And we did see her go back to Vast Dothrak in season 6. She went back and became the stallion who mounts the world. Quaithe also tells her to remember who she is. The dragons know. Do you? It's simple. She's Daenerys of House Targaryen, and her words are fire and blood. So Quaithe is telling her to become this murderous, no mercy having, dragon riding, fire and blood queen dragon lord. Quaithe is telling her to do this thing that isn't savory. Daenerys doesn't like playing the part of the butcher. Quaithe has been guiding her. She knows of Daenerys' importance. Maybe she thinks Daenerys is Azor Ahai. Actually, every red priest in our story thinks Daenerys is Azor Ahai. Every red priest with the exception of Melisandre. Well, and I guess Thoros of Myr never says one way or the other. He's drunk most of the time. Benerro, the high priest of the Red Temple in Volantis, preaches of Daenerys Targaryen, Azor Ahai, to the people of Volantis. He urges them to join her in her fight so she can bring on a summer that never ends. Benerro can turn his fingers to fire and draw fire letters in the air. Benerro is the one that sends Morqorro to Daenerys. Morqorro has visions in his flames of dragons and Tyrion snarling in the midst of them. He sees the death of Victarion if he doesn't heal his hand. Melisandre sees visions in the flames. She sees Jon Snow several times. When she asks to see Azor Ahai, she is shown only snow. She sees the traitors around Jon, death surrounding him, but she also sees Stannis as Azor Ahai, so I don't really know about Melisandre. Kinvara in the show says that Daenerys is the chosen one. So who's who and what's what is actually a mystery, a secret order. There seems to be a lack of communication between the Red Priests because Melisandre isn't on the same page as everyone else. The Red God gives visions in the flames, going back to when Daenerys births her dragons in Vastor Thrak. When she steps into the flames, she sees things in the flames. The flames were so beautiful, the loveliest thing she had ever seen. Each one a sorcerer robed in yellow and orange and scarlet, swirling long smoky cloaks. She saw crimson fire lions and great yellow serpents and unicorns made of pale blue flame. She saw fish and foxes and monsters, wolves and bright birds and flowering trees, each one more beautiful than the last. She saw a horse, a great gray stallion lined in smoke, its flowing mane a nimbus of blue flame. Yes, my love, my sun and stars, yes, mount now, ride now. Now, she thought, now. And for an instant she glimpsed Khal Drogo before her, mounted on his smoky stallion, a flaming lash in his hand. He smiled, and the whip snaked down at the pyre, hissing. She heard a crack, the sound of shattering stone. Okay, so she saw visions in the flame, each flame a sorcerer robed in yellow, orange, and crimson, much like the flames that are tattooed on the face of the Black Flame. Daenerys used king's blood or Khal's blood as an offering to the Red God or the Lord of Light, and her dragons were born. Each priest in Essos believes Daenerys to be Azor Ahai. That's clear, and I don't know if they have been shown this in the flames or if it's just because she has wakened dragons from stone. I'm not sure, but it seems that they are all connected, but they do not communicate, or do they? And why has no one gave Melisandre this memo? That dragons are awake and in Essos with the dragon's daughter, the blood of old Valyria, Daenerys Targaryen. What do you guys think? Shouldn't the priests get together and talk, and why don't they? Why is Melisandre the only one that doesn't see that Daenerys is Azor Ahai? We see Melisandre at Dragonstone in the trailer, so will she have a revelation there? Will she try to use Daenerys or fulfill Daenerys' prophecy? What the fuck's gonna happen between Melisandre and Varys? Will Melisandre warn Daenerys like Quaithe warned her to beware the perfume seneschal? So what do you guys think? Is there a connection between the Red Priest and Quaithe, and will any of this play out in season 7? I think so, but I'm curious to know what you make of it. Are they all servants of the Red God? Also wanted to tell you guys about a few things. First, I was invited to attend a Song of Fire and Ice Cream, which is a 3-day pop-up shop in New York City. It's like Game of Thrones related. They have a lot of cool things going on. I can't attend because of my schedule. My schedule is just stupid. But I told the organizers that I would pass along the info. So if any of you guys are going to be in the NYC area between July 14th and July 16th, that might be something you want to attend, and I'll leave the link in the info box. Also, if you're into Game of Thrones, there is a fun community that a lot of Game of Thrones YouTubers, fans, and enthusiasts are on. I post over there all the time, and it's the Amino, and it's the Thrones Amino. There's theories and art and polls and chats. It's fun. It's long night juice in an app. And last but not least, Stark Week is in production. A video a day all about House Stark for a week, the Direwolves, Winterfell, all the juice for my sweet summer youngins. As always, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you like it. You can connect with me on these social medias. Please click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can become a sweet summer child. Okay, my sweet summer children. Have a good day.
Shame.